Hello, college football fans of all sports. Welcome to TLP Sports Club. I go by the name of Harry B. The B means billion. Thank you for joining me today. I do appreciate it. All right. And listen, man, if you are out there and you've been watching this channel and you haven't hit that subscribe button, the like button, or commented, and you just keep enjoying the content or not enjoying it or just disagreeing with it, you're actually engaging with the content, whether you hate it, love it, or otherwise. So do me a favor and help the channel out. Hit that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? And help this channel grow, because whether you hate it, love it, or otherwise, you are a member of this channel. You feel me? So that's just how it works. Okay. So thank you for all of the members of this channel. All right. That's holding down their membership. Thank you for all of those who are, viewers of this channel. I appreciate you. All of the new subscribers, welcome, salute to you. Thank you for participating and supporting the channel. I do appreciate it. So today, guys, I want to get right into it. Today, I have a few questions. I've done a couple of these lives before where I will come to you and I will ask you a few questions. Yes, your time, if you're looking at your watch right now, you're not, you are not dreaming. Yes, it is it's 8:40 a.m. on the East Coast, New York City time. It is 8:40 a.m. All right. And then depending on where you are in your part of the world, whatever time it is, do not adjust your computer screen or your phone or tablet or whatever smart device you are watching this on, whether it's your fridge. Definitely do not adjust your fridge if you're watching this on your fridge, okay? Or listening while you are on your way to work, or if you are already at work. First of all, if you're a 9 to 5, you should either just be pulling into work, you feel me? Or if you're on the West Coast, obviously you're probably still asleep. But if you are in America, right, where we have a 9 to 5 system, you should be pulling into work. All right. Now, rushing, stuck in traffic, that means you late. If you late, right? If you are not at work yet, that means you're going to get there late. Your spirit, excuse me, your spirit is going to be off. You're going to be rushing now, and you're going to be a little agitated because you're rushing. You got to sit at your desk, get ready for your day, do everything, you know what I'm saying, that you're supposed to do to get ready to deal with whatever issues you deal with, whether you're an accountant, you're a salesperson, you work at B&H, you're selling equipment, computer, whatever you're doing. If you are a doctor or lawyer, whatever you're doing, get there a little early so that you can get your spirit right. Meditate just a little bit. You feel what I'm saying? All right. So my job, you feel me? I'm at my second job now. I've already went out, did my first job. Now I'm out here on my second job. So, I'm an African. We grind. We do what we got to do. Y'all are still dreaming by the time I'm already doing my first job. But I am here, guys, and I'm happy to actually, be a part of your day, be a part of your morning. If you're getting ready for work or on your way, you're in the car, you just need somebody crazy's voice like myself, voice to get you started on your day. I am definitely happy to do that. So welcome to the show. I do appreciate you for tuning in. But I have a few questions. I have done this several times, okay? I'm probably going to have another question show probably as the season progresses, or when the season is almost about to start. I'm going to have another question show. But this here is going to be a show where you have questions, I have questions, and I want to know what your questions are. I'm going to give you a lot of my questions, and I don't want nobody to take this the wrong way, because questions are out there. You're either thinking them, somebody's thinking them, I'm thinking them, and I'm just going to get them out the way. All right. I don't want nobody to label me as a hater for certain questions, or the way that I ask the question, or just the nature of the question in itself. But I want all Colorado fans to come to the front of the line, please. all Colorado fans, please come to the front of the line or to the front of the room. I have questions for our team. I am a Colorado fan. I'm probably going to do a couple of these shows where I have questions for the Mountain West. I will have questions for the ACC. I will have questions for the Big Ten. This is not necessarily questions for the Big 12. I'm probably going to do another show where I have questions for the Big 12. And then finally, I'm probably going to do a question show for the SEC. Okay? So what does the question show entail? I'm going to ask a series of questions. We're talking about Colorado fans this morning. I'm going to ask a series of questions. You can ponder the question. You can answer if you want to, if you're part of the chat, or if you're watching after it's been reposted after the live, then you can join the conversation in the comments, and you can either ask the question, you can answer the question, or maybe say, okay, I was thinking the same thing. I'm wondering the same thing. But I got a few questions that I'm going to ask, and so let's go ahead and let's get started. Well, no. Let's not get started just yet. All right. I guess I can make it a part of the question show because today at 2 p.m. is going to be, is it 2 hours? So, 2 p.m. Eastern time. You figure it out for your mountain time and your other time. Colorado is going to be having, Colorado's going to be having its pro day. All right. And it's going to be, so it's 12:30 p.m. Mountain time. So I guess it's 2:30 p.m. Mountain Eastern time. Colorado will be having its pro day. All right, let's make this a little smaller. All right. So for those of y'all who use StreamYard now has a thing where you can pull up photos and right on your screen. I don't have to put it into Canva, bring it back in, put it on my side. I can literally now put it on the screen. So I'm excited for that. Let me take my logo and everything off. Y'all know my name. I'm going to keep my name on the screen. All right. So Colorado is going to be having its pro day today, Friday, April the 4th. All right. 2025 at 12:30 p.m. Mountain time. That'll be 2:30 p.m. Eastern time, and it's going to be on, I believe, ESPN 2, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that's where he's at. All right, so these players are going to be on there. Let me switch the photo. So we're going to have linebacker Levante Bentley, defensive lineman Shane Cooks. Let me stop saying That's not good for Anyway, it's early, so forgive me. All right. Defensive end BJ Green the second. Jimmy Horn Jr. wide receiver. Travis Hunter, wide receiver / cornerback. Travis J. I believe Travis J is that he's safety, if I'm not mistaken, the position. SAF. Y'all tell me what SAF mean. I think I don't know what SAF mean. I'm missing that. Okay. Defensive lineman Justin Mayers. Defensive lineman, I guess this is our nose guard. This is not our nose guard. This is defensive lineman Chidozie Nwanwo. Quarterback is going to be Shedeur Sanders. Okay, so safety. SAF is safety. Shiloh Sanders. Okay. So Travis J is going to be safety. Shiloh Sanders, safety. Will Shepard, wide receiver. Cameron Silman Craig. I keep saying again. Safety. Herman Smith III, safety. Cordell Thomas. I'm sorry, guys. This thing is a little. I wear glasses. Let me enlarge my screen. There we go. All right. Cordell Thomas is going to be offensive lineman. Mark Vassett is going to be our punter kicker. And then we have LaJohntay Wester, wide receiver. Those are going to be the participants for today's pro day. If I miss anybody, y'all let me know. But here are some of the photos right here. We ain't hard to find. That's the showcase. Raise your hand if you're gonna be participating today. Okay, Phil's in the chat. Thank you, Phil. I appreciate you. Said Jay is a safety. Okay, so I'm sorry. It's gonna be on the NFL Network. William Hopkins, what's up with you? Hope all is well. Phil So Real says, I can't wait to see how many UFL, CFL, and European League scouts will be there. This is major for. Wait. Hold on. Is that a dig? Like, Oh, Phil. Oh man. Feels like that cousin where you just like, oh, we gotta go see Phil today, guys. While we say UFL, CFL, uh, just let the joke ride. I thought it was a joke. I thought you were being serious, but then it's like, okay, hold up. This is Phil here, so I gotta be very careful. Oh Lord, I got questions today. I got questions. Oh man. I'm like, hold on. If that's Phil saying that, I gotta be very careful. All right, guys. You know, it's customary on the show if you are interested in coming on the panel so that you can join the conversation. Right there on your screen, you'll see join TLP live at gmail.com. Let me get my energy up, man. I know it's early, but come on, let me get my energy up. Join TLP live at gmail.com. Join TLP live at gmail.com. I believe the Breakfast Club in New York, I believe it's at 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. So if they can have energy, I can have energy, okay? Doing these early shows, I can have energy too. Join TLP live at gmail.com. I got to find different times and the unique times to come on here so that we can chat. Because I know you're either getting ready for work, going to work, on your way to work, and you're in the car. You need entertainment. You need somebody to wake you up, to keep you up because you only got 2 hours of sleep. So Harry B, I'm gonna get some early morning hours so we can chat. You feel me? Even if I'm on the road, like I might even go live. You know what I'm saying? So we can talk. I'm not gonna do that. I can't do that. It's against the law. Anyways, join TLP live at gmail.com if you want to join the conversation, guys. Email me. Let's chat. Let's talk. I got questions. Let's get to the questions. So you got the information about the showcase today, guys. It's going to be the pro day. Colorado's going to be doing this Thuck Thizzle. You feel me? All right. I was about to say all my nizzles, but I think we got more people here than just nizzles. YNs. I finally figured out what YN means. All right, let's go, man. I know people are like, yo, Harry B, get to the questions. Okay, so here we go. Phil, what you talking about? All 32 teams will be there for Trav and Sanders. Phil says, Sally, I do think some of those guys would need to use an alternative route to being a professional football player. You're right. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't everybody gonna get drafted, okay? If you look at the daggone photo, like, come on, let's be serious, okay? You look at this photo, and let's take everybody. There's 32 teams, and not every team needs somebody because that's just how it works, right? They just had a draft last year, right? So with all you think only Colorado players are going to go when you got the SEC, the Big Ten, the championship teams all out there. All right. I don't want to step on some of my questions because some of these things I'm saying right now are part of my questions. And thanks to Phil and to DC Carson, because our conversations are breeding some of the questions that I have for you today. So while we keep wasting time, let's get to the questions. First question. I'm going to look at you seriously, and these are serious questions. These are not trolling questions. These are not questions to upset nobody. If you get upset, then you're just not a football fan, and I mean, you should get over it by now. I know that you love Dion. I know you love, Colorado because of Dion. And if you are a true Colorado fan, despite of Dion, then you probably don't even think of the team through the Dion lens. And you are one of those people that do have serious questions and you will love some answers to your questions. So I like those type of fans, but it's the emotional Dion fans that when they come and they're always getting at you for some reason, like all of their answers and everything they talk about is from an emotional standpoint. Oh, why would you say that? Oh, you a hater. But you got to get over it. It's time for you to get over it. We're 3 years in now. Remember, all right? 3 years in now. So you got like get over it, right? Like it's time to get over it and become a real football fan. You're BWB. That means you're a bandwagon buff. You came over here because of Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, and he's coached for 2 years. Now he's in spring training for his 3rd year. So at some point you got to get over your emotion and your love for Coach Prime and start saying, okay, this is football, let's play. So let's go. Now that all the disclaimers are out of the way, Harry B, hit him with some questions. Number one, who is the leader of Colorado's football team on the field? In spite of Deion Sanders, who do you believe is the leader of Colorado's football team right now? If the season was to start right now, who is the leader of that team? Who has commanded? You've been watching Well Off, Reach the People, Uncle Neely, all of the Colorado channels. Who would you say is the current leader of the Colorado football team? We knew who the leaders were when Travis Hunter, Shador Sanders, right, BJ Green, Nikhil Green, when those people were on the team, we knew each room who was leading. It was obviously Shador in the quarterback's room. The linebackers we knew was Nikhil Green. The safety, Selman Craig. We knew who the leaders were. Who are the leaders, or who's the leaders right now in Colorado's football team? We can take it room by room, and I'll give you the first room. Somebody said, William Hopkins says Seaton. Okay, so Seaton on that offensive line. The offensive line, the leader is the sophomore. Jordan Seaton is the leader currently on that offensive line. Y'all want to accept that? So now he's an upperclassman, because he's not a true freshman no more, right? He didn't red shirt. So Jordan Seaton, is that a consensus? After you saw the trainings, Well Off Media, is it a consensus that Jordan Seaton is the leader of the offense or the offensive line? That's the first question. We need the leaders to step up. I need the leaders to start stepping up. Identity is important. When Shador left, Travis left, BJ Green, Nikhil Green, the block bully, all of these people that are leaving, there's a big old hole left in Colorado. A lot of y'all don't want to talk about this hole, but there's a big gaping boulder. Pun intended. There is a boulder staring at us. And it's time for us to start asking questions and start talking about these. Who is filling the void? The offense. Who's the leader? Who's the clear leader? Is it George? Are we trusting the leadership to a freshman? Is that? I'm going to hit you up with a lot of questions. Today's a question show. I got questions. Are we trusting the leadership of the offensive line to a sophomore? And are y'all okay with that? Is that okay with y'all? All right, what we got? Let me put up a Hopkins. All right. So William Hopkins, salute to you. Thank you for being a part of the show. I appreciate you. Is that your business? On the card, something express. Let me zoom in. William Hopkins got a business and with the number on it. Hey, it's live 302-358-0483. Express. Like Home Express or something like that. Like he's like a handyman or he fixes houses. Y'all support that man. Okay. And if you didn't want that information out there, I mean, don't put it on YouTube. Right? Like, I hope I'm not violating, but it's on YouTube. Okay, so you like a handyman. You fix things. Okay. Okay, man, you wanted it out there. I'm glad to help out. Y'all get that number down. Put the number in the chat, man. If you want it, you got it out there. The name and the business and where to reach you, put that in the chat so I can blast it out because we help people around here as much as we can. All right. So you said A. Walker on defense. A. Walker on defense. Is A. Walker I got to be very careful with these questions. No cleaning business. No cleaning. Oh, okay. It's a cleaning business, not a real number. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, so it's just like it's an avatar with a number on it, but it's not real. Okay, all right. It's a cleaning business. All right. If you need business, put the information out there, my guy. That's how it works around here. All right. So, are we agreeing that A. Walker is the leader on the defense? We need the leaders to step up. I need the leaders on the Colorado team to step up. Identity is important. We need to identify this team. Okay? He said it does have 555, so that makes sense. It's not a real number. It has 555. Did I miss the 555? I don't see no 555. It says 302 is like, it's in 302 Delaware somewhere. I think 302 is Delaware, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Okay. Identity is important. And this question, the questions that I'm asking is going to lead to a major questions later on down the road. It's probably going to be more of a Big 12 question than it is a Colorado question, because I'm asking all the Colorado fans to step up. Come to the front of the room. Why is it so hot in here? Is it the light? Man, this light it's hot in here. Whew. All the Colorado fans step up and come to the front of the line. Come to the front of the room. Who are the identified leaders in the locker room? And let me get this clear. Let me make this very clear to y'all. I hope I'm not screaming too loud. Am I too loud for y'all? Give me a thumbs up. I hope I'm not too loud. I want y'all to be able to hear me clearly. But I don't want my excitement to be like, yo, blazing in your living room, your car, or wherever you are listening to this in the gym. Some of y'all are in the gym sweating, working it out. You're trying to get rid of that fat. You see my arms? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to get rid of the fat. I can see some definition coming in. You know what I'm saying? The roundness is going away. I've been walking like 20 minutes a day. Phil said the volume is good. That's good, because I have it on minus 20 decibels because I'm African and I'm loud and angry all the time. So I don't think I should have said that part, because my wife is probably going to start thinking I knew it. Well, she already knew that, so it don't matter. I got questions. But the question is, and then another question is, do we have answers to these questions? It will be jarring if we don't have answers to some of these questions that I'm going to ask today. Today's a question show. If you just join us, I'm asking all of the Colorado fans to come to the front of the line. Come to the front of the room. I have questions for your team and our team. Colorado is my college football team. I went to UNC Greensboro and Bowie State. I can't really claim Bowie State because it was grad, so I can't really say that's my football team, yada, yada, yada. But UNC Greensboro did not have a football team. And most people probably didn't go to the school for the team that they are cheering for. You feel me? So it's all good. So anybody wants to come in here and fry me and, you ain't even go to Colorado, blah, 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 blah. Whatever. How many of y'all went to Alabama or Georgia? Stop playing with me. Anyway, it's hot in here. Whew. Do we have answers to my questions? So should I just give y'all the questions and then we keep it moving? So we sat on the defense is A. Walker. Is that Arden Walker? We got A. Walker on the defense. Jordan Seaton on the offensive line. Has there been an identified leader in the quarterback's room? I know Caden Salter is the more experienced guy, coming from a group of 5, group of 8, wherever group he's coming from. He's more experienced. So I'm thinking like he may be the guy, but I don't want to be presumptive, right? I don't want to put that crown on him if he's not. I need the leaders at this point to start stepping up. The reason why we need the leaders to step up is because at the end of the day, Coach Prime now has a $10 million, and I keep telling y'all this. The $10 million is a blessing and a target in all in one. I try to explain that in the video. Some people got upset, and I don't really understand why people be getting upset. But then again, I do understand why people get upset, because the fans are not monolithic. They're different types of fans with different types of emotions. But then it's like, okay, let me make sure nobody's trying to come onto the show. I'm in my regulars. Let me pull up the email and make sure I got it queued up. Okay. So don't forget, remember, you can come onto the show. We can talk about this together. I said that Coach Prime, I try to explain to y'all, Coach Prime's contract extension is a blessing, right? Somebody did a show, I think it was Coach JB. Somebody was reacting to Coach JB and what he was saying. I think they brought up a question. They said, was it earned, or was it deserved, or was it earned, or something like that? And I want to ask y'all the question. I want to put that question to y'all. Does he deserve it? Was it earned? Did he earn it? Right? Let me ask y'all that question. Do y'all think Coach Prime deserved the contract? Do y'all think he earned the contract? I got questions today. There may be answers to these questions. Keisha, can you turn that heat down? Is that me? Keisha? She's not here. My producer's not here. Man, I gotta open this window. I'm burning up. Hold up. Hold up, homie. I gotta open up the window. I'm burning up. All right, William said, worth versus earned. I'm gonna say deserved. Or was it worth versus? Oh, it was worth versus earned. After the game, said he's still underpaid. Nah, after the game, nah, you're gonna have to come on here and talk about this. What is this? Oh, okay. So you guys are saying it was worth versus deserved versus or earned. Okay. So let me ask y'all that question. Let's put it out there today. Today's the question is the question show. Was he worth it? Did he deserve it? Did he earn it? That was not part of the show. It was just something that just came up today, just now. If you're talking about strictly on the field, no. Just based on no, but which part are you answering when you just say no? He didn't deserve it. He wasn't worth it. He didn't earn it. Like, which part are you talking about? Just based on the others. If you okay, so this is what Phil is saying. No, just based on it's hot, babe. God, is it this light or is it hot out there? Because usually it's cold right here, and it's, whew, I'm about to sweat. Okay, it's hot in the studio. It's hot in the studio. I might have to take it to my African studio because my New York studio is too hot. I'm gonna see if y'all get that pun. If you're talking about strictly on the field, no. Just based on others on that list. But off the field value he's brought to CU, he's well worth it. Okay. All right, so let me focus on after the game right quick. After the game, you're going to have to call in because he's still underpaid. Like, on whose earth can he still be underpaid? When you buy a house after the game, okay? After the game, when you buy a house, you're buying the house on that block or in that neighborhood based on the value of other houses in that neighborhood. Right? All right. With that being said, when you're paying a coach, you're paying a coach based on the performance. And I think if we throw Coach Prime in there, which is a little bit kind of like an anomaly, I think, because I don't think it's usual that you pay a coach based on. Yeah, I guess we can just say that you're paying on based on the value they bring to the organization, and their on-field performance, game-by-game performance, right? When you say Coach Prime is still underpaid, based on what evaluation? Based on what valuation? What we're thinking like, bro, I say he's the fourth highest paid coach in college football. Coach Prime has been coaching. This is his number 6 year. He spent 3 years at Jackson State. If you include the COVID year, right, guys? It was 3 years, right? Now this is his 3rd year in Colorado. We're adding 2023. That was the 4-8 season. 2024, we just left, right? That's the 9-3. If you add the off season, that's 9-4. And now we're in 2025 and he's in spring training. That's 3 years. So if you add those together, even though my math is not always great, I think I got it right this time. 6 years. A coach that has been coaching for 6 years, getting and all of the, if you put all of the coaches that have been coaching for many more years, and they probably have a larger resume. If we're comparing that to all of the houses in that neighborhood, the highest paid coach is getting $13 million, $13.2 million, and that's Kirby Smart. Then why do you think your house is still undervalued when your house is $10 million? Right? How is it that it's undervalued? Like, tell me how that works. All right, let me see what after the game is saying. I'm not picking on you. I'm just having a dialogue. Of course, he earned it. He brought in over $100 million in revenue to Colorado. Every game televised, nine wins. But that's not how this works. Okay, let's just make sure we understand that that's not how this works. Like, that is your job. You negotiated the first contract at $5 point something million. So that was your expectation, is to bring in value, right? To add value. We hire you for your value, right? So we're not hiring you. The details of your contracts are not going to be okay. Now, the incentives do not say if you bring in such amount of money, then we will give you part of the gate, right? That was not part of the deal. So I understand where the value of Coach Prime exceeded expectations, that's where we're going to add extra money and say, okay, to retain your services and to continue to do for our community and our local economy what you have done, and for the broad overall college football, we're going to pay you accordingly, right? Some people say your negotiation is basically what pays you, not what you're worth, okay? It's how you negotiate what you negotiate. So let's make sure we understand that. But with all of the other houses on the block, Kirby Smart being the current GOAT, right? Nick Saban is not here no more. Kirby Smart being the current GOAT. Georgia, even though they're getting their butt spanked, right? Getting $13 million. Like $3.2 million off of the top guy. And you've been here for 6 years? 5.2 or 5 and counting? You're still saying he's undervalued. If we're saying that, I want answers. I want to know where we're counting the value. Like, where is the extra value that we're missing coming from? I need to know. Because, again, I said it in the beginning of the show, Colorado fans, y'all are too emotional for me. All right? Y'all emotions are attached to everything. Like, to y'all, Coach Prime should be getting $20 million. Like, come on. Let's like $20 million. 6 years, no bowl wins, no championship, no conference championships, no natty. Give him $20 million because that's our guy. Like, come on, like, that's my guy too. But the house is, like, I live in a beautiful house, okay? I got a tenant upstairs. I live in a beautiful house in New York, all right? But when the appraisers come and they're evaluating my house, I got a couple of studios in my house, and I'm like, oh, yeah, because my studio's in my house, my garden, my house, and my trees around my house, I should get a whole lot more than everybody else on this block. Where to do that at? And I'm in one of the more expensive cities to live in New York. Okay? YouTube is doing me really well. Yeah, right. It's not YouTube, it's God. Praise you, Lord. I don't want to step into my haters today. I don't want them to have a heart attack. Yo, how this dude take off so long on YouTube and live in one of the most expensive cities in New York? What does he do? I pray hard. I got ashy knees. Okay? But I got questions today, guys. I got questions. We're going to lay off for the Coach Prime questions. I got more questions for the team. Now, the money is there. But I keep telling y'all that the money is also a target, and I wanted to make sure that people understand what I mean by a target. The whole idea of a target is simply because the talking points that people have. And Colorado fans, regardless of how you think about Coach Prime, regardless of how you revere the guy and what you think he brings to the table, not everybody in football is thinking in those terms, right? The value is for Boulder. The value is for the local economy. And I dare to say that he adds value to college football as well overall. So he deserves everything he gets. And I would say he also earned it, right? You have to understand that it can't be one part and not be the other. You earned it. Like, you work hard. You earned it. And if you think that the work started when he got to Colorado, you're mistaken. Let me just make that clear. When we say earned it started when he was running in high school. Earned it started when he created Neon Deion, the flashy Neon Deion, because when he realized that cornerbacks don't get paid that much, he had to create a character to get paid. Earned it has to do with that as well. Earned it has to do with watching tape. Unlike T-Mac from Arizona, who tells everybody that he doesn't like to watch tape unless it's with his team. That as an individual, like him personally, he don't watch tape by himself unless it's with his wide receiver room. Coach Prime watched a lot of tape, studied his opponent. He ate right, got his body in tip-top shape for 14 years. I'm talking about earning now, okay? For those of y'all who don't understand where earning, what it means that he earned it, I know that you think it only has to do with when he started the coaching. No. Earned it? Let's just put this in perspective. A couple of years from now, TLP becomes this big deal. And we're getting accolades from here to there, and everybody going to be like, well, who is this guy? All of the times where I had to deal with people going crazy at me, calling me all kinds of names, calling me out my names. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm a hater. I don't know football. That's the accumulation of all of these things that I had to endure that's going to get me to that pinnacle and finally give me the accolades that I earn, that I get. I would have earned it because of my hard work, my dedication, my stay at it, my stick-to-itness. That's earning it. Being one of the best, being one of the most explosive athletes, it doesn't just come overnight. You work at it. If you look at landscape of sports, let me just say, not just football, but sports, you don't see your favorite player in a couple of years and disappear. That has a lot to do with conditioning, preparing your body mentally, making sure you're good. This guy played for over 14 years at a top level. So if we bring it all together, we bring it home and we say, okay, creating Prime, creating everything that he created, even losing some toes, treating people the right way, everything that he did, he's done, the accumulation of all of that earns him what he got, $10 million, because he used all of that to get Colorado to where he's at, to where it's at right now. He had to use all of it. But that started all the way back when he was waking up in the morning and running, when he was watching tape. That's what all of that is about. That's why you have to say he earned it. Because all of this didn't just happen overnight. All of this didn't just start when he got to Jackson State. It didn't all just start when he got to Colorado. So that's my argument about earning it. It's an accumulation of everything that he has done to get to this point. You cannot discount any of that. That's all part of earning something. If you leave that out, because the totality of a man is everything that he's had to endure to finally get to the victory line. That's how you earn it. And then everything else that comes with it, that's how it works. If you're a good student, you study night and day. One of my cousins growing up, well, a friend of the family, we call them cousins, everybody's family, right? Her dad used to tell me that in order for her to stay up and study, she would drench her foot in ice water to stay up a few hours more to study. I told my son that. He never did it, of course. So, but he obviously didn't do that. So he didn't get to the Ivy League that I wanted, but he definitely got what he deserves. And we're happy with it. He aimed for the sky and got one of the stars, and we're fine with it, okay? Colleges are giving him money and stuff like that, and we're like, God, thank you for your grace. But yeah, it's all an accumulation of putting your foot in ice water to stay up. When you get hurt, you get up and you keep going. So when you finally get to the finish line, when you finally get to a certain place, all of the accolades and everything, everybody goes, oh, you don't deserve it. She just got here. No, she didn't just get here. She started a long time ago, putting her foot in ice water. Oh, he just got here. No, he lost 2 toes, right? He's been at this for a very long time. That is the argument. And you can't deny that. All right. Bad analysis, Harry, TLP. Yeah, I don't know. I can't. That's my analysis. That's my talk. That's how I think it is. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Earning it has to start way, way before. That's what I think earning is, because if my personality gets better over time. When I first started, I may have been a little bit jarring, or I may not have had the right terminologies or connections with the audiences and stuff like that. So everything that I've gone through, everything that I've learned along the way, once I get to a certain place, it's all an accumulation of everything that I've gone through, and that's what gets me where I'm at. So if I get every money, and I saw a leak of what's the name? One of the Twitch streamers, or one of the streamers, and he makes like $4 million a month. So if I get to a certain place and I start making that kind of money, it's because I have come a long way. It's not happening right now. Later on it will. Let's get back to the questions. We got the leaders of the team. Is Colorado a contender for the Big 12 championship? I'm looking dead at you guys and I'm talking, okay? I know a lot of people, there's this weird thing. People say, like, if you look at people directly, they feel like you're looking at them and they're either going to look away. What are those cats about to do? They're going to look away, or they feel like you're looking at them and they don't want to look at you, especially if they don't like you. If they don't like you. Hopefully enough of y'all like me, so y'all don't have to look away. Psychology is weird. Anyways, so let me look down a little bit so I don't feel like I'm looking dead at you, okay? Let me look down a little bit. Anyways, okay, look. Is Colorado a contender for the Big 12 championship? And if you think so, why do you think so? The Big 12 championship, I got a couple of videos that's coming where I'm going to take a large look. I do that every year, okay? In case you don't know. For 2 years now, I've been doing this. All right, this is my third year. So we're going to do this, the same thing we do every year, where I give you a look into the Big 12, other teams. We look at other teams and we give you data, information. This is your data channel, okay? No, I don't break down football plays and stuff like that. That's not my thing, all right? But I go and I search for data and I bring it and I try to give you information about other teams outside of Colorado so that you can understand what Colorado is up against. And then also the channel is evolving. It's going into college football as a whole now, and we're going to be giving you college football data, but specifically for the Big 12. So I got videos coming. But at this point, from my research and from things that I've been searching and looking around the league, the Big 12, yes, it is still wide open, but the Big 12 is becoming more defined. There are a few teams that are starting to separate themselves from the rest of the pack, and they are going to start defining the Big 12, just like Texas and Oklahoma did the years prior before we got here. All right. Now, I don't know if this is a good thing, because once you identify yourself and you define yourself and you become the man or the team, then the Big Ten and the Pac and the SEC starts to come and poach you away. It's like you're auditioning for the SEC or the Big Ten. So I don't know if it's a good thing, but you never know. Is Colorado a contender for the Big 12 championship? All of the implications that comes along with having a big contract, all of the implications that comes with having that target on you, because it is a target. People talk about it. Hey, man, you got one of the highest paid coaches over there in Colorado. He got to come with it. So is Colorado ready to be a contender in the Big 12 for the Big 12 championship? All right, Manning coaching started in Pop Warner in high school. Prime got it from the mud. What did Phil say earlier at the after the game? And that's the balance. How much of the contract is based on off the field versus on the field? I think that contract is 75% based on off the field and value. I think at this point, if you win 9 games and you're tied for number 1 in the Big 12, then yeah, I mean, you're making us relevant from a 1-11 to 4-8 second season, third season 9-3, overall 9-4. So the percentage, I mean, I don't know if it's as high as 75%. I would say, yeah, I mean, Phil might be right. The reason why Phil might be right is because if you look at Kenny Dillingham's contract, the contracts are actually in that the last video that I put up. The contracts are in that video, right? So you can go back and you can watch. But Phil, Kenny Dillingham getting $5.4 million after he won the conference title with his Arizona State Sun Devils. His contract didn't jump that much, right? So it's right along because you got to keep in mind that CBS Sports rated the Sun Devils to be the last in the conference, and everybody thought so, right? If you looked at the 2023 season where Colorado came and we beat them, and I mean, like, people were beating them easily, right? But then Kenny Dillingham, being the type of coach that he is, he brings his team back, and then they are like contenders. So now they're getting recruits. They're bringing back a lot of their players. They're only losing a few key players, but they're bringing back a lot of key players. And then they're bringing back Kenan Dillingham, and he's a great coach. He was able to take them to almost beat Texas, for crying out loud. All right. So Kenan Dillingham getting $5.4 million, getting a raise. I believe his raise was only $1.7 million for getting as far as he did with the amount of games that he won. So if you were to compare Coach Prime with Kenan Dillingham, if it's on the field, then the raise, like I told you, I'll give you the house examples, the houses that are on the block. Then if a house went up by $1 something million, your house is not gonna go. It's not gonna double in value. It doesn't work that way. Your house doesn't double in value if it's on the field, because he did not do what Kenan Dillingham did on the field. Colorado was slated to go number 11, to be ranked 11th in the conference, right? And they're tied for number 1, right? So, and then they won 9 games. Kenan Dillingham and his team, they went to the playoffs. So, you tell me the value. Rudy Rice says, let me put this up. What does Arizona State have this year that we don't have this coming up year? Question. Rudy Wright got questions. This is a question show. I know you ain't trying to ask me that question. I want y'all to answer that question. I know the answer, obviously. I kind of told you some of that. They're bringing back production. So if you're not sure on how to evaluate upcoming seasons with college football, the way that the pundits, or the way that a lot of people would do it, is you evaluate their talent and their production the prior year, and then you say, if they bring that talent or that production back, it's not a guarantee that you're going to get the same production. But the way that the math works, you can say, okay, if they do what they did last year and a little bit above, at least that's almost a lock. So they're bringing back production. That's one of the biggest ones. They're bringing back productions. But they're losing major production as well. Scatterboo is gone. That's their general. That was their leader. He's gone. It's not just Scatterboo they're losing some people on that line as well. Seniors are leaving. But their team was not comprised of a lot of their team was not the Heisman. It was the Heisman hopeful, right? But but their team was not the Heisman and one of the best quarterbacks in college football. All right. And then losing some really good production from the wide receivers room, on your offensive line and your defensive line. Right? So what they're losing and what they're bringing back is two different things. That's how you would evaluate it. That's how you would do it. Now, I do have to admit that a lot of the prognosticators, they're lazy people. They don't dig into the data deep enough or even pay attention like some of the fans do. A lot of us fans, we have the real information because we're looking at it a little bit closer than some of these people that have jobs to look at every team. If you're looking at every single team, there's no way that you know those intricate details about our team. Because we told y'all about BJ Green. We told y'all about Nakai Hill Green. We told y'all about the production that was coming in, that it was not just going to be just what they did from their other team. We knew that they were going to elevate us and take us to a whole new height that y'all didn't even think about. We knew that. So the fans, depending on which team you're rooting for, you have a little bit of an edge over some of these prognosticators because they got too much to worry about. All right? They look at it, they're like, okay, they're losing Shador, they're going to suck. And that's it. That's where it ends at for y'all, for some of them. But there are people that actually follow the team very closely, and they do a way better job, okay? They do a way better job of analyzing the team and giving us real data that we can hold on to. What you got to do, try not to follow the national analyst when it comes to evaluation for your team. Do not follow the national analyst. You need to pay attention to your local analysts, your beat writers, your Brian Howells, your Adam Mustard Tigers, all right? Your Buffalo's Wire, your Tony Casolos. You feel me? You need to follow those people, your Athlon Sports. Follow your local writers, your DMVR Buffs guys. Follow the people that are the only job that they got is to look at your team and no other team. If you follow the national people, you're like 50-50. Like you don't know. They don't know your team that well. Okay? They don't have the heartbeat of your team. Follow TRP Sports because I know. Stop playing with me. Okay? Let me not leave me out. Follow TRP Sports Club because I follow the local guys, the national guys, the international guys. I follow everyone. Okay? My AI assistant sends me everything. And whether I make a video about it or not, I read it all because I need to know in order for me to sound a little more credible than most or than some. All right. That's right, Phil. That's right. You got to follow your local. Phil says, good point. Find someone on the beat that's close to the team, the closest to the team. That's how you got to evaluate your team. Do not try to follow the national guys. They're too busy. They got to worry about too much. You know what I'm saying? Like the beat guys are the ones, the beat writers are the ones that know your team. So if you want to know your team, first of all, stick it here to TLP Sports Club because we're going to talk about it. All right. Once I get revved up and I get going and everything starts rocking, you're gonna have to come to TLP to get some really solid information because I'm trying to draw people not just for Colorado because a lot of people here are for Colorado currently, but I'm trying to draw people for almost every team in the Big 12 and then eventually get to college football. You feel me? When we get to college football, I'm going to have people that are very close, the beat writers and everybody coming here to have discussions about specific things. And then these question shows are going to get larger. So I'll be asking questions about Alabama's defensive line or Alabama's defense. And I've been following some of their beat writers and I've been on the ground and I've been keeping my eyes and ears. I've been like digging deep into the chat rooms and stuff. Now I'm going to the chat rooms of these other teams, and the word on the street is Alabama's defense is all right, but there's some question marks for Alabama's defense. That's all I'm going to say. I ain't trying to upset nobody's around here, especially people with names like Phil Soul, and then, anyway. I got to go real soon because I got to go pick up my rental so I can get up out of here soon, okay? You know what I'm saying? I got a college tour to go to. But listen up. We got a lot of questions. Colorado has a lot of questions. Phil said he'll be my Bama correspondent. Hey, Phil, I got to do a show with you. You in D.C., I got to do a show with y'all because I'm going to be doing how and when did you fall in love with your college football team? And I want y'all to come on for Alabama. And I'm going to be calling other fan bases to see if I can do some shows, some videos about when and how did you fall in love with your football team. Because TLP Sports Club is really about finding stories, intricate stories to help you fall in love with your team either all over again or to introduce you to a team that you may not have been familiar with. And it's those stories that connects people to the actual team or an athlete. If you watch the Olympics, that's exactly what this channel is about. I find stories, I find little details that can help you to either connect with the team or help you to fall in love with your team all over again. That's the identity of my channel. Now, it's been getting lost in Colorado content, but can you blame a guy for going where the views are? If I do a Gators video, it'll get like 2 views, okay? If I do a Lagway video, it'll get like 2 views. Because Jesus made me a Bama fan. Oh Lord, blasphemer. I forgot about Tech. They can be scary too. What are you talking about? You're talking about Texas Tech? Oh yeah. If you're talking about Texas Tech, ooh boy. I don't want to get under the Big 12 scene yet. There's a lot of things about the Big 12 that's coming. Like y'all need to start paying attention. There was this question that came up in one of my dialogues. Is the Big 12 ever going to win a playoff game? Yo, is the Big 12 ever going to win a playoff game? Okay, which Big 12 team you think will be the first to win a playoff game? That's a good question. Can y'all? I know this is not a Big 12 conversation at Colorado. I told the Colorado fans to come to the front, but we are in the Big 12, so I'm going to put it in a Colorado sense, in a Colorado form. Do you think Colorado would be the first Big 12 team to win a playoff game? Do you think? I don't know, man. Look, will Colorado be the first Big 12 team to win a playoff game? Now, in this new 12-team playoff structure. What you say, Phil? Phil says, okay, so the only way they win a playoff game is if they play the group of 5 team that makes it. Oh, okay. So okay. So if they would have caught some of those group of 5 teams, then they like Ashton Genty and them. I'm so perplexed because I feel like the talent pool is there. The talent is there, right? You got Dylan Edwards that's, to go out to Rutgers, to beat Rutgers. Like, you got players who can play. And then my question always like, okay, if these guys can play at the next level, if I pull up the Colorado picture one more time, if these guys are all playing on the next level and they're scattered around the league, they're in different conferences, but they're all being highlighted or being chosen to go play at the next level, then why is it that only a few conferences winning or are winning playoff games? You can only trust the Big 12. I mean, you can only trust the Big 10 and SEC. Like, is that how we're doing it? And the ACC? Is the ACC better than the Big 12? I don't want to. Suck by say. What up, Stephen Charles? I got to have a Big 12 show. I'm going to have a Big 12 show. This is a Colorado show. So do y'all think that this is a question show? I got all questions. I've been adding a whole lot of analysis and stuff, but this is just supposed to be a question show. And let me just chime into what Rudy said. Rudy Wright said, I don't know. ASU almost took out Texas this year. Phil says almost, but it's not almost. I believe they beat them. They beat them. I mean, I got a short that's got like thousands and thousands of views on that one play. That one play. We all know the play. That one play where if the referees make the right call, the game is over. Game is over. If they make the right call, okay, the game is over. But we all know that's not how it works. All right, so what are you saying, Phil? We need to look at blue chip ratios before the season starts. All right, I gotta cue that up for a show. So unfortunately, I won't be. I will be on the road during the pro day. So y'all gonna have to keep me abreast of the pro day happenings. Y'all gonna have to keep me up. When I get a break and I can't drive and when I'm in the passenger seat, then I'll I'll tweet out something, or I don't tweet too much. I'll put something on the YouTube page, or I might even go live if I'm in the passenger seat. All right, but I'm not going to be part of the pro days. That's why I'm doing this early show. I just wanted to get something out. So I want to say congratulations to all of the Colorado players and everyone that's participating today. But I'm doing this early show because I know I'm not going to have time to participate with y'all today. So, but today's a question show. Let me just get some of these questions out because I got to go. Who are Colorado's leaders? And are they stepping up? I know Jordan Seaton's name came up right away. Arden Walker's name came up. Right? Is Colorado going to be the first Big 12 team to win a playoff game? And with Coach Prime's contract, it probably should be so, right? It's only right. College football is not looking at Coach Prime's contract half and half, 70-30. They're not looking at Prime's contract 70-30. College football is looking at Prime's contract 100% football. I know we as the fan base, we're going to look at it 70-30, 70% value, 30% football. College football, the rest of the football, they just, and I don't know if you can blame those people. They're just going to look at the contract from a football perspective. People don't have time to do all of the gymnastics, the emotional gymnastics, and the jumper rules that we do. If you are a specific fan of the team, don't blame other people for not jumping through the hoops for your team. All right, I'm going to say this again. Let me elaborate a little bit before I get up out of here. Your team is your team. If you're a Colorado fan, you're a Colorado fan. If other people come around and they want to engage with you as a Colorado fan or as a different type of fan, please be nice to them because they're just trying to engage you. And that's what you need, engagement, to enjoy the sport. But what you should not do is expect them to be on the same emotional roller coaster that you're on as a fan of that sport or of that team. Your expectations have to change for everybody else. Embrace them. Encourage them to keep coming because you need that communication. You need that community. That's what makes your interaction, your enjoyment of the game way better. The more people you have, the better. With differences of opinion. But you got to stop expecting everybody to hail your coach the same way, hail your players the same way. Their opinions are going to be different. So when somebody comes along and be like, yeah, I don't know about deserving that contract, but they're giving you good reasons, don't call them a hater. They're giving you good football reasons. Be like, yo, okay, I understand where you're coming from. Don't say you're right because from your perspective, they're not right. I already told you why Coach Prime deserved it, and it's worth it. I already told you that. So I'm not going to say, nah, I think you're right. But I can tell you, yes, you make sense from a football perspective. So if somebody comes along and they're giving you football reasons for why they're thinking the way they're thinking, it's just football. But you're attached emotionally. And you shouldn't shun people or tell them that they're stupid, they're delusional, they don't know anything when they're giving you specific football reasons for why they're thinking the way they're thinking. Because if you are in a group of people, if you're in a crowd talking about football and people are not as emotionally invested into your team or your guy as you are, then they're just going to be talking about football. And something else we can attach to this. Racism is the same conversation. Some people just talk about things. They may not be racist, but they just tell you how it is. But you're so emotionally attached to it, you think it's racist. And they're just telling you, no, Get your finances in order. You're like, oh, you're racist. Nah. It's money. How you think about money, if you ain't got it, you know how to. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to go over nobody's head. This is football. Let me not go too far. But I got to get up out of here. I got questions. Is Colorado, the players, are they going to hold Coach Prime upright with that contract, with being the fourth highest paid coach in college football, regardless of the 70-30 rule that we just made up? Thank you, Phil. Regardless of that 70-30 and how we think about it, are the players ready to uphold that contract? And if you don't think that they have to, they have to. You got to uphold that contract. Your recruiting is attached to that contract. All right? The fact that Coach Prime is here now, Coach Prime has just inked, the ink is dry. That's giving confidence in the entire college football to let guys know, oh, he's not leaving. There were some anxieties there. I made a video about that. Go watch it. But now, you would know the video. Here's 2 gallons. Phil's doing the Lord's work right now. Phil is doing the Lord's work. Here's 2 gallons worth of that NYC gas. Safe travels. Man, I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. So, thank you, Phil. Those players, they got to hold Coach Prime upright. Ain't nobody thinking about the ratio. Nobody's thinking about the split. We as the fans, we're gonna think about the split. Everybody else is gonna be thinking football. Oh, you $10 million, you're a $10 million man. All the coaches, the highest paid coach, the next highest paid coach is $7 million. You are $3 million way higher than the next highest paid coach. And if we look at the resume of that coach, you can't touch not one thing off that resume. You can't. Like I'm trying to tell you, if you look at the resume of the next highest paid coach, you can't touch it yet. You need more time to touch it. So the players are going to have to play to that contract. That's just how it works. I'm sorry, Colorado fans, your emotional ones, the emotional ones. I'm not all Colorado fans. I don't want to, discourage this, I don't want to put all of y'all in the box. But the emotional ones, I'm sorry, but the players, they got to play for that contract. Your recruiting is attached to it. Bragging rights is attached to it. Your target is on your back. You got to take that target, and you're going to have to play to that target as well. Because everybody's going to be talking about, $10 million. $10 million. Every time you mess up, $10 million. He's getting paid $10 million. That's what the conversation is going to be about. I don't know how you're going to look at the conversation is going to be all about $10 million this season. All of his friends have come out to say he's worth it. Congratulations, Prime. Friends turn into foe very fast in this here college football arena. Friends turn into foe quickly. I'm telling you, all right? Because the friends are the media talking heads that are rooting for you. But the second you start to lose, they have to tell the truth. I mean, they can only hold you up for so long. You see what I'm saying? Just like Moses, when he was holding up his hands and the Israelites were winning the battle, when his hands started getting tired and he raised it up, then it started winning. His hands started getting tired, and when he lowered his hands, the Israelites were losing the battle, and then the people realized that Moses' hands, when it's raised, they're winning. Those players better realize that they got to hold Coach Prime's hands up. I'm telling you, you gotta win, players. If you're watching this and you're listening to me, I joke sometimes and I try to make this fun. I try to keep it light and all of that, but I'm dead serious. Let's get serious. Let me wipe the smile off my face. If you love Coach Prime and you care anything about Coach Prime players, your job, you better come out. You got to play. That's why I'm asking these questions. Are y'all ready for the season? Do y'all have the tenacity? Do y'all have the will inside of you? Is your why connected to the why of the entire team? Is your why big enough to hold Coach Prime's hands up so that you can win? Because when Coach Prime's hands start to come down, you're going to start losing. When they go up, you're going to win. So who's going to realize that his hands being up is what's giving you the victories and to try to be his crutch? I'm using Bible analogies here to help y'all out because it took some time for people to make the connection. Moses' hands go up. They start winning. He's human, so his hands start to get tired. So they naturally come down and start losing. They'll be like, so it took a few rounds. It took a few rounds for them to realize that, oh, wait a minute. Hey, Moses, do that again. Did you realize that every time your hands are up, we're winning? But every time your hands start to go down, we start losing a bunch of men? You realize that? Hey, Aaron, Jacob, hey, you. Raise Moses' hands. Keep it there. Ah, that's it. Hey, Caden Salter, Jordan Seaton, hey, Arden Walker, hey, Cash Cleveland, you, come here. Hold Coach Prime's hands up. Get under his elbow and prop him up. Y'all understand what I'm saying out there? What the Phil said, Phil dropping some gems. Paige Beckers for UConn, right? UConn said the pressure of winning is a privilege. CU needs to lean into that privilege. Y'all got to understand there's a lot at stake. If you care anything about Coach Prime, if you care anything about the university that you're playing for that gave you an opportunity, you got to win for the next generation to come in. You got to win for Coach Prime and his Colorado Buffaloes to be the first team to win a playoff, even if it's not with you, for next year. You got to do that. So all players, you got to understand that this is not no game. Like, it's a game, but it's not a game. Like, get your head in, get locked in. You got to get locked in. All those other players in those other teams in that 16 team conference called the Big 12, you're one of the top guys, and you got to play like it. Sometimes it's going to take will over talent. You may not have the most talented team in the Big 12, but I believe you have one of the best coaches to get you to your destiny and the will that you have to get there. Phil said he'll be reading Exodus tonight. I hope you do. All right, guys. So I gotta go pick up that car from the airport. I gotta go to JFK real quick and pick up that car so that I can get on the road, guys. So I appreciate you joining me. Like I said, I have many questions. I hope the answer to some of these questions are possible. I hope that we get leaders. I hope that the young men understand the questions that we're asking. We got questions. If the Big 12 does not have a championship team, winning the Big 12 is not enough. It's just not enough. And if Coach Prime does not have a team that can compete for that Big 12 championship, people are going to start talking. They're going to start talking. But if we can compete this year, our recruiting class is going to increase. When our recruiting class increases, great things are going to start happening. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all, Phil. I appreciate you after the game. I appreciate you, all the people that came out here and helped me. Stephen Charles, I appreciate you. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate everything that you do for this channel and helping the channel grow. As we grow and we continue to expand, I expect more people to join the family. Peace out. I'll see you on the next video. God bless.